longest lasting one. Is anybody French? Okay, well, the French came to Frankfurt in 1796 and they freed the Jews from living in this ghetto and declared every other year we have the largest car show. So if you like cars or books, this is the place to come. Or consumer goods. So this is a Flosser Bridge on our left with the rising sun on it. And we have a nice view of our skyline off to the right. And we're going on across the bridge to Sachsenhausen. This is our apple wine pub district. This is 450. They replaced the Romans, and the Romans replaced the Celts. There's always been some group of people living over there where our big red cathedral is, since at least 500 BC. Back of the scenes pictures, and then we'll probably have some group photos, I think at least in the old opera house. Everybody got their I've been here for 30 years. Oh, wow. I know, before I... Very clever name, but it's been around since at least 1100. I like to stay out here in the middle because I can see...
Pretty song.
We can see what the Europeans or the Germans thought about. He's got shoes. He's got books. He's got machinery. He's got a globe. You have to have a tour book. And the trading floor is closed. It's been closed. How does that work?
På gång hela tiden.
Ja, full fart.
Jesus.
Det är lite Jesse James.
Ja. Vad säger du om morgondagen sådär på 5 sekunder?
Sova, vila, fina minnen.
Och vad säger Edvin om gårdagen?
Jag lärde god mat, trevligt sällskap.
Ja, just det. Och Isak. Vad säger Emil då?
Jo, det var trevligt.
Ja. Här så är vi på gång igen. Välkommen.
Tack.
Tervetuloa. God morgon. Tervetuloa. Hyvää huomenta.
Nice angle.
And then we have group photos, light lunch, and at 1 o'clock the president is coming here to this room, which is a very special room. You might recognize it even though we have refurbished it for you, because it's a room of the Governing Council press conference, which
event this morning before you see the president. So Boris kindly introduced us briefly, but just to say a few more words about us. My dear colleague Uta and I, we work here at Communication in the ECB, and we particularly work on banking supervision.
Our economy to recover. The European Central Bank will directly supervise on a day-to-day basis the largest banks.
The first reaction of every human being when some things get difficult is like to be cautious, right? So why is that bad? That's bad because if the banks are not able to refund themselves and to borrow money, they can't lend money. If they can't lend money out to the real economy is not flourishing.
Or that their banks, their national banks, did well. They didn't want to sort of, they wanted to have a well-functioning, stable banking system in their own country, and they didn't want to have to face failing banks or banks that did poorly. So there was a certain, I mean, it's human. One can discuss that for very long, why that is. But it would have required unanimity. So that was the reason why they sort of, it's a troubled bank. It's a bank in trouble. So there is a BRD. There is a directive that is dealing with how to, with the fact, or that's trying to address a past mistake that taxpayers always had to bail out banks and help sort of taxpayers.
To jest lecą do mosta. Zwiśki nie było.
You're standing here, please. Thank you. So hello everybody. Welcome everyone to this last part of your visit to the ECB and Frankfurt. We are very honored to have President Draghi with us for a conversation with you and for the award ceremony for you, the generation Euro student. My name is Connie Lotze from the communications team, and I will guide you through the students.
First of all, let me say congratulations to all the students here for reaching this stage of the Generation Euro Students Award competition. It's an incredible achievement, and you should all be proud of yourselves. Bravo. This gathering is an important opportunity for us to continue our dialogue with the young generation. How do we do it, and how our monetary policy works. And even more fundamentally, I trust it's given you a broader European perspective ahead in the 90s. If you want to sit down, just so it's and it's 2% for a variety of reasons. First of all, we don't have here in the euro area the core inflation objective, structural reforms, and so that they are very important. Which structural reforms? People, we say, for example, the reforms of the educational systems are very important in many countries.
From Ålands Museum in Finland. There's a microphone behind you.
Thank you. If we could go back in time and change the construction of the currency system of the euro, is there anything that could have been done differently?
Well, that's a good question, because, especially for me, because I was sitting around the table that actually negotiated Maastricht in way back in the market, and capitals were flowing freely across the Eurozone, across Europe, really. We were not yet in the period of globalization. So in fact, this commitment towards convergence, both fiscal, budgetary, but especially real convergence,